I guess it's working. It was widescreen, then just condensed back down. Welcome to Frazzlog. It's been a while. It's April. No, it's May now. It's May 18th, I believe. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. How are you? You're doing good. Okay. Life goes on, man. I'm telling you, life goes on. Just got done eating some shit. Let's throw a bunch of cram damn shit into this video. How bad is this camera quality? It looks kind of weird to me. Give me one second. I'm gonna wipe this camera. I'm gonna get like a Q-tip. Welcome to the new Frazzlog, where we've got insane camera angles. It's like live and holy moly, wow! This is the new angle. Vroom, 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 vroom. Hey, how are ya? Welcome to the Frazzlog. This is some good shit, dude. We're talking HDP, 720p. Those were my underwear, by the way. Yes, I am in my underwear because I am off the clock. I'm home. I'm relaxing. How are ya? So I've been playing a fuck ton of Hearthstone. I've been playing a bunch of this game called Air Mech. Now you're probably like, what the fuck's Air Mech? Is that that shitty free-to-play game I keep seeing on the Xbox One? The answer is yes, it is. And it is not shitty. It's actually really interesting, I guess is the best way to say it. This topic's been going through my head quite a bit lately, and I think developers are onto some good shit right now. So what I've been realizing is games like Hearthstone, where they give you, I mean, it's a basic idea. A lot of games have had this for years, where it's like you give the players a lot of content, and you give them enough to get ahead, but not enough to make you like completely like, why would I want to buy an item with real life money? So for example, in Hearthstone, you essentially make between 100 and 200 gold. No, between 40 and like 200 gold a day on Hearthstone. Gold is used to buy packs. It's used to buy access to the arena. I believe you can buy some of these expansions to the story mode or to the NPC mode where you fight NPCs and you traverse areas and shit. I don't really know how that works, but you can play against bots and basically win exclusive cards or some shit. But for me, the main point to buy cards is, well, not even the main point to get gold, I guess is what I'm trying to say, is to go into the arena so you can get better prizes. Because you get booster packs, you get dust, you get gold, which is cool. So I guess my main goal in Hearthstone right now is pretty much just to get a bunch of really good cards. I'm just trying to collect as many as I can, and then build a really good deck so I can go to play a ranked match and actually make some progress. Because right now I'm only level 20 in that. I've dropped from I think you start at 25. I'm level 20 now, so I've gone down a couple levels. But I'm really liking Hearthstone, guys. If you haven't checked it out, I can't recommend it enough. It's the best game to play on a tablet. I guess you can play it on your cell phone. I play it on my laptop, but I play it on the tablet here and there. It depends on what the situation is at hand. But yeah, like I said, Air Mech, man. I'm playing the shit out of it. You're like, what the fuck is Air Mech? The answer's pretty simple. So Air Mech is a free-to-play strategy RTS. Um, when I say RTS, I want to say it's an action RTS because RTS typically, like let's say Command Conquer or StarCraft, you have a camera angle that you move around. You can rotate it. You can zoom in. You very click heavy. You click on things constantly. Air Mech is like I said, I'd classify it as a action RTS. While there is a lot of like clicking and stuff, a lot of it's more personalized. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Instead of like being able to have like all these shortcuts on your menus and shit, like if you ever watch a StarCraft player, they're jumping between like parts of the map with their keys and shit. Whereas on consoles, you're in control of the camera, so you've got to like move it and move it back and forth and shit like that. Um, so it's a lot more, I guess, designed for consoles. The best way to say it. Not that there's anything wrong with that. As long as both players are set like that, that's good. Because I don't like playing StarCraft and people are just like they're here, then they're here, then they're over there, then they're there, then they're like highlighting, and then they're clicking over there, and then they're clicking over there, then they're hitting Q key for some reason. I don't get that shit. But no. So Air Mech, what the fuck's going on with it? You basically pick a pilot. That pilot basically has a couple benefits and a couple cons, I guess, pros and cons, or whatever you want to call them. So like, I picked the guy who specializes in um, he's more of a attack dealer. He gets like 10% damage. He gets like minus 10% build speed or some shit like that. So it basically give you like three characters in the beginning who are all good at one thing but bad at one thing. You're given an airplane, an air mech, and pretty much from there they give you a tutorial, which I highly recommend. The main premise of the game, though, is you are a pilot with an air mech, which can go between air mode, which is where you're either a jet or a helicopter or an airplane or a flying saucer, whatever you want to be, and each of them have different everythings. The UFO shoots laser beams. I'm using a jet that shoots bullets. I've seen flame attacks. There's just a whole bunch of missiles and shit like that. Just a lot of diversity with that. But the main draw of this game is when you're in air mode, you basically control the map. You fly around between your bases. Because just like typical, I don't say like a typical RTS, because in most typical RTSs, your goal is to capture one point and capture resources around the map to go attack them. I guess this one's a little different because you've got it's sort of a mix between like I guess you'd just say like conquest mode in Battlefield, where you've got to capture all these different nodes on the map and essentially just progress your way closer to the enemy's base. But I don't know. I guess that's just the future of games. They all kind of have that like I don't want to say League of Legends feeling or the MOBA style, but it's all about maintaining the routes on the map. You have a constant flow of enemies coming from your main base going to their base, and they basically are programmed to go and try to capture those bases along the route. So basically the meta of the game is, do you build an army that can go and wipe out base to base to base to base, or do you build a stealth army that you can pick up with your air mech, fly them out to another base, try to sneak attack them? Because in all of my matches so far, which I've played probably 10 or 15, everyone seems to typically just kind of push the middle, capture as many as you can on the way in, but just try to get to their base as fast as possible. Whereas what I typically do is I have a couple of these units that are just like turrets. They're very good at taking out air and infantry, so what I'll do is I'll build a bunch of those. I'll fly my air mech out, grab one. Since it weighs a lot, I can only take one at a time. I'll grab that, and I start to build up like a line of defense, like not quite at the base that me and the enemy are gonna be fighting for, but like right on the outside of it. So if he does try to progress any further, his whole army gets wiped out pretty fast, and then I just swoop in, and then we capture that shit. So it's cool because you can pick up and move your army whenever you want, and for the most part, your armies are gonna be slow. There's a couple units that I've seen have speed. I actually didn't even really know you could buy units right away, because they throw you right into the shop at the beginning of the game, and there's so much, just like, there's a player shop, there's a normal shop, there's cash shop, there's a VIP or some shit, there's Prime, there's all these different terms being thrown around that I didn't get. But essentially what happens is, if you buy like the starter pack or something, it's like $5 or $10. They give you a bunch of diamonds that you can use to buy items that aren't I guess they don't disturb the flow of gameplay, but like it's cosmetic shit. There's cosmetic shit, there's like stat boosters for how fast you level up, or your build speed. It's all pretty minor shit. Like, you may have a little, I don't know how to say it. Okay, like let's say you went to the store and you saw a unit called Runner. Runner's an infantry unit. He's faster than your normal infantry unit, but he's a little weaker. I've noticed that there's also a, what do they call it? I think it's called Prime Runner or something, or it's basically an upgraded version of Runner. It looks a little different and it's got slightly better stats. That can only be bought with crystals, which can only be bought with real money. There's no conversion method yet, as far as I know, but there might be. But for the most part, I haven't seen a reason to really invest in diamonds other than to speed up your progress in the game. I think there's like probably 9 pilots that you can get. And then on top of that, there's, I think, 10 air mechs, and then each of them have like 5 different modes. So there's a lot of replayability, a lot of strategies. Nothing too diverse yet. Like, I fought a flying saucer once, and he didn't really do anything differently than the other pilots. But it's a really interesting game. And it's like 600 megabytes or something on Xbox One. I don't know if it's exclusive or anything, but if you can download it, it's worth a try. I've already got like 100 gamer score out of it, so achievements are pretty easy. Yeah, whatever. I'm tired. So I've been eating these salted caramel peanuts, and they're actually pretty good. $2 for this tin. You get a lot in here too. They're good. Alright. When I'm this Frazzlog, go upload it, jump into my bed. I was going to play Air Mech, but I decided not to. So, alright. Bye-bye.